Alright guys, it's been a week and gonna give you an update on what the tank looks like since I've posted the video about the red algae cyano outbreak, and we're not doing too bad. This was all covered in red cyano, and as you can see, it's not too bad. Now I have algae growing, this green stuff, so I'm still debating as to if I should get a tang in here to try and munch through all of this, and then getting maybe a new home for it once it's gone through it, because I am conscious of the fact that the tank is not big enough to house a tang long term. The only problem that I have is that I'm not a fan of urchins. Most of the corals are set in place, glued or puttied. Some of them are not, because we're still trying to figure out if they are liking that particular area or that another area needs to be tried. So I don't always glue my corals out until later on. So therefore, with the urchins, they will just start walking around with my corals, and I'm not a fan of that. Plus, I do think that in somewhat way, tangs are more likely to do a better job in terms of just keeping the tank clean of algae. So yeah, that's my dilemma. Shall I or shall I not put a tang into the system to deal with this algae? Now, let me know in the comments if you think I should, or if you think I should do or try something else. Now, in regards to the cyano, what did I do to get to this point? Did I use ChemiClean? No, I haven't actually. I've just been more labor intense. So every few days I would go through. I upped the wave makers, but what I noticed is that the corals didn't like the amount of additional flow. So I cranked them up to get more flow in the tank, but the corals did not react in the way that I wanted them to react. So I quickly turned them back down to the original flow rate that they were on before. However, what I did do was change the angles, whereas and I'm now gonna struggle trying to create content without glare, but maybe I can do it from this side. So here I was trying to create cross flow, so I had one here and one on the opposite side of the tank before. Now I changed the flow, so now it's roughly around here pointing into the direction of the weir. The same on this side. This pump here is pointing to the weir. So I'm pushing more water towards the weir. That has optimized getting more of that cyano into the overflow. So what I then do is every 2 days with my hand, I would go through the water and just start waving with my hand to get it all suspended. Not only that, I have had also the cyano going on to the back panel. So what I did with that is with my algae scraper, I would on the same day, and I would do it once the tank is in darkness again. In the evening, I would scrape the back panel clean, then leave that overnight. So, and then in the morning, the first thing that I would do is clean out the filter sock and put it back in, and then do that every 2 to 3 days diligently. And this is what has resulted into a much cleaner tank at this moment in time. Is this the way to deal with it? I don't know. Has it left the tank? Probably not. But for now, the tank is looking much better. So I think that's a win. ChemiClean is, within the UK, is a expensive product. So I did want to see what you can do to make your tank look better, but not having to spend roughly about £40 on a chemical product to make your tank look better. So I think this is good result for reasonable effort. You know, it wasn't that bad. So yeah, that's the update. See you on the next video. Let's keep reefing.